everyone. My name is Jason Rue, and today we'll be discussing Millies Cafe and will SINGO generate more revenue for the company. The reason for this project is Millies has one night of the week that is a lot slower in revenue and business than the other nights of the week. What the proposed solution to the problem is to bring in this new event called SINGO. A little background on Millies. It is a little bar/restaurant located in Ottoville, Ohio. The owner of the bar is Kyle Bendley. He has owned the bar for the last 14 years. When he first took over the business, it generated about $1,000 a week in revenue. It had a small little kitchen, it had a small flat top, and one fryer. Today he has expanded and put on a kitchen. They have 3 fryers, all of which are bigger than the original fryer, and a lot larger flat top grill. He also has another fryer that he has, a 4th one, that he takes to different wing cook-offs. They go to several different local wing cook-offs, and this year he was actually invited to Buffalo, New York to the National Wing Cook-Off, where one of his signature sauces, the blackberry brandy sauce, took 3rd place for best sweet sauce. Kyle has 13 sauces, all of which are homemade sauces. You cannot go to the store and buy any one of his sauces. And what the restaurant is known for is its breaded wings. SINGO is an event put on by Ultrasound Special Events. Ultrasound Special Events is a business located in a small little town about 7 miles away in Delphos, Ohio. What Ultrasound Special Events does is they go to different events and bring things like blow up bounce houses and SINGO and a bunch of different little things like that to make events successful. What SINGO is it's kind of like bingo, but instead of having somebody up front yelling B1 and I-22 and stuff like that, you have a DJ up front who plays a snippet of a song, and at the end of the song, if people don't know what the title of the song is, he'll tell you what the title of the song is, and then you put a chip on the title of the song. And then when you get, a diagonal row or a row straight across or whatever what they're looking for at that time, the winner will stand up, and instead of yelling bingo, they yell SINGO. And then the Ultrasound Special Events brings a bunch of small prizes and stuff like that they hand out to all the winners. Now, the fee for this event is $175 a night that they're there. And you have to sign a 4-week contract with them. So what Kyle decided is, instead of doing 4 weeks all right in a row, we would do it every other Tuesday night. Tuesday night generates, it's not our busiest night of the week, but it generates enough revenue that it can cover the $175 and then some for that night. So we'll go every other Tuesday night for the 4-time span of 7 weeks. Now we're going to talk about revenues. So we'll compare the 2 previous years' revenues, 2016, with what the forecasted revenue is supposed to be for 2018. As you can see here, we have the past revenues. We have the revenue from 2016 over this same time period in the year, January, middle of January to the beginning of March, and 2017 from that same time period. And as you can see, there is a slight increase in revenue from 2016 to 17, which is good because it shows that the company is actually growing, the business is growing. And here you can see what the forecasted revenues are for 2018 during this time period that SINGO will be running, including all the off weeks. And as you can see, once again, there's a slight increase in what the forecasted revenue should be for each week. And like I said before, with growing business, this is something that you want to see. Now here's what the actual revenues were for the nights that SINGO occurred. As you can see here, revenue was increased every night except for one night over what the forecasted revenue should have been. And that night was a off night on the second week. And we'll go into factors later that can persuade how that could have happened. But every other night had a substantial increase in revenue, and the best night was almost $1,000 increase in revenue. Now, there's different factors affecting the revenue. As I said before, you can have external and internal factors. External factors such as competition would be one. Right across the alley from Millies is a little bar called Turtles, and a building over on the other side is Wanamaker's Tavern, and there's a VFW just down on the corner. So there's several little places in town for a small little town that has food and different opportunities. And then recently opened is on the other side of town, and the other side I mean about 5 blocks away, is a new restaurant, Black Angus on Main. So for a little bit of time, we expected to lose a few customers there because it is new. So people are going to go check it out. School activities affect what goes on in these small little towns. We don't have football in our small little towns in this area, so a lot of people follow basketball. And during the weeknights, when they have basketball games, you may get a few people come in before the games that are local, but on especially away games, they get back late and kids have school, so a lot of them don't come in. But now on the weekends, you'll get a lot of people coming in either before, or especially if it's an early game like during tournament time, they'll come in after. And then of course the economy is a big factor. When the economy isn't doing so well and people don't have the excess cash and money laying around, well, of course they're going to monitor how they spend what they do have, and usually it's spent for stuff at home and for the kids and things like that. Now, some of the internal factors would be, one would be wait staff. The wait staff plays a big part into how well a restaurant type business will do. You know, if people have to come in and sit and wait a while before somebody comes to bring them a menu, get them a drink, or do anything like that, well, that does not play off well. And also, once they get their order and everything, if they don't go back to the table, you know, get them a refill of a drink, see how their food is once it's brought out to them after a few minutes, see if there's anything that they need. You know, wait staff plays a big part into how customers feel coming into a business. And then the other internal factor would be the kitchen staff. There's been a lot of turnover in the kitchen staff lately, so there's a lot of new faces in there getting used to a new menu and different things like that that they've never seen before. So on the nights that they get really busy, if the kitchen staff's a little slow getting stuff out, or an order gets messed up here or there because you have new people working on the stuff, you know, that has a big effect. And if you don't have a wait staff that can help ease that burden between the customer and the kitchen staff, well, that just makes it that much worse. In conclusion, as you can see, SINGO has been a big success for Millies. It brought in a lot more revenue than what the projected revenue even was supposed to be. So in the end, what we suggest is sign another contract, go on with SINGO, and move it to Wednesday, which is the slowest day of the week for us. You know, try and bring in more revenue for that day. And as you can see, here's all the references I use.